everybody, it's your boy Icon, and after a little, I guess I would say a little hiatus, we're back, but technically we're still on hiatus because, as you can see, I am not home. I am not in my living room like I usually am with the usual setup. I'm actually currently on vacation in the beautiful country of Madagascar. And yes, I'm standing on top of a roof while I do this video because I just wanted to quickly talk about a little Peacemaker because I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks, and by the time I get back, episodes 1 and 2 of Peacemaker would have already been in the books. So I figured I at least would want to, maybe do my review for episode 1 now and just quickly get it out of the way. I was on a small hiatus because I went to New York Swim Week, and then after I posted all my videos for New York Swim Week, that's when I took a break, and then that's when, like I said, I took my vacation. So I said, but we're back real quick, live on location, and let's talk about a little Peacemaker. And again, before we get started, hit that notification bell, like and or subscribe, check out my videos as always, and let's go. So I'm going to say this right out the gate. First of all, James Gunn, you need to return the season 1 Peacemaker theme immediately. Like I don't have a problem with it's not that I don't have a problem with the new song. I don't have a problem with the dance. Like they did the dance is cool, we get to see all the new characters. I don't like the song for the show. We need Do You Really Want to Taste It? Like he needs to bring that back like ASAP. So that right out the gate was a problem. And then when they did the previously on season 1 of Peacemaker and they were going through the whole season, I'm watching the video. I'm like, okay, everything seems cool so far. There's no problems. And then all of a sudden, when they did the scene where Adebayo was on the phone with her mother, and she was trying to get her mother to help them with the cow. Somebody said something to her, and then in the original season 1, somebody said something to her, and then she was like, "What do you want me to do?" And then she was like, "Oh, I don't know, call the Justice League." In this one, and I'm pretty 100% sure she said call the Justice League. But when they did the recap, and then she said, "What do you want me to do?" Adebayo was like, "I don't know, call the Justice Gang." And I was like, wait, what? I was like, the Justice Gang? I was like, that's not what she said in season 1. And then the ending scene when Peacemaker had saved the day and he was carrying Hardcore out of the building because she had got shot and everybody was walking away. Because remember, we got the scene where Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Flash were standing there. And then that's when Peacemaker was like, you're too late, assholes. And then that's when Aquaman and the Flash said their line. They did the exact same scene, but only this time, instead of the Justice League, it was the Justice Gang. It was the Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, and I think Metamorpho was there too. So now I'm confused. So either we're just pretending like everything in season 1 happened the way it normally supposed to happen. The only difference is we're just pretending that the Justice Gang was there this entire time, and we're just pretending that the Justice League wasn't there. We're either doing that, or we just got a season 1 recap of a different Peacemaker on a different universe. It almost seems like we just replaced the Justice Gang with the Justice League, and we're just going to pretend like the Justice League thing never existed. So I thought that, I laughed because I thought it was funny. But the episode starts, it starts with Chris. And, the entire gang actually, they're taking us through, every single thing that's happening with the entire gang. First of all, Diebeard, he, as we saw from the Creature Commandos, he works for Amanda Waller and he works in Belle Rev. I'm not calling it Belle Reeve. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ever since the beginning, every single thing that I've ever done with DC, it's always been Belle Rev prison. It has never been Belle Reeve. I hate the fact that they call it Belle Reeve, and that shit pisses me off. So Diebeard, he's working in Belle Rev prison, and I guess that's his punishment, for the whole Peacemaker debacle. Hardcore, she basically got fired, which is weird because see now the fact that she got fired means are we no longer counting the Black Adam thing that she did, because when Black Adam got arrested, she was the one that met the Justice Society, at the bunker to put him in confinement. So I guess that never happened anymore, and now she's just unemployed and out of work. She can't find work. The problem with her, she's a third world bitch, and she got a psych evaluation to work for the CIA, and the CIA even said to her, he was just like, oh, he said that you have toxic masculinity, and then she proceeded to curse him out, grab her nuts, and spit, whatever. But here's the thing about her, because she was taking she's basically taking this whole thing too far, this whole I am woman, hear me roar thing too far, and she has anger issues. and she needs to work on those anger issues. But the problem is, and this is the part, I'm not even gonna lie, I was actually happy about this. There was a moment where she went into a bar, and she went into the bar on purpose, basically to pick a fight, because she knew that when she walked into the bar, most likely some of the guys at the bar were going to probably try to hit on her, and then she can be a bitch to them, and then when they say something, she can beat them up. And that worked for about like 10 seconds, and then all the guys collectively in the bar basically told her, if you want to fight like a man, you're going to get a man's beating. And every single man in that bar basically took turns beating her ass. And I'm sorry, I was actually okay with that because she played herself. And that's the thing, it's like equal rights, equal lefts. Like, just because you're a woman, you think you're just going to be able to go in there and start talking shit, like actually hitting people, and you think they're just not going to retaliate. It's like, nah, like punks jump up to get beat down, and she got her ass whooped. So apparently her and Peacemaker at one point, they kissed at a celebration party, and he was trying to turn their relationship into something real, and she said it meant nothing. He got mad and he left. Vigilante, he's still working at the restaurant. he's not actually doing anything of any real significance. And Adebayo, she's trying to start a security company to make up for the fact that she ousted her mom and basically got the whole team fired. So Chris now, he's like, at this point, Chris, he just gets up every day. He's trying to find his place in the world. He has an interview with the Justice Gang, and the Justice Gang basically told him to kick rocks. They basically said they wasn't fucking with him. But he goes back home. Well, he goes to his dad's house, because he's living in his dad's house now. And then while he's living in his dad's house, he went into the pocket dimension that his that his dad goes in to build his weapons and everything. And what happened was, in that pocket dimension, he found doors. Like, it's not just a regular pocket dimension where he can just go in there and just do one thing inside a small pocket. It's a gateway between different realities, different universes. He goes into one of those doors, and the reality that he found a reality where his brother is still alive, his father is still alive, he's there, and both his dad, his brother, and him, they're actually like a superhero crime fighting family. And his father's a good man. Like, his father's a good man, his brother's a cool guy. And Chris is like shocked, because he was, he thought he'd never see his brother again, and here's his brother live in a person. So now, and then his dad is like super nice, which is like throwing him off. So, so he's there, he's trying to figure that whole thing out. He freaks out, and then he goes back home. While he's back home, and he realizes that hardcore doesn't love him, he can't become like an actual superhero because nobody takes him seriously. He gets a little depressed. He throws an orgy party, which I thought was him hallucinating, because he got high on coke. He was in his house, he got high on coke, and then all of a sudden there was an orgy party. And I thought he was hallucinating the orgy party. The orgy party was actually happening, because even then, like, Diebeard, because see, that's the other thing, like Rick Flag Sr., also from Creature Commandos, he's in the show. So he knows that Peacemaker was the one who killed his son. But because he knows he can't kill Peacemaker without like proper motivation, he's now basically using his Amanda Waller Argus resources to basically have Peacemaker under 24-hour surveillance, because he's waiting for the moment where Peacemaker makes a mistake so he can have an excuse to bust his ass. But he put Diebeard on on the tracking Peacemaker part. Diebeard went to his house, saw the orgy, and then after Chris got high, he went back into the pocket dimension because he desperately just wanted to see his family. So then after that, now Diebeard's trying to figure out, should I rat him out? Like, should I tell Rick Flag that Peacemaker has the means to get to a pocket dimension? Because after what they said after what Lex Luthor pulled in the Superman movie, they're trying to put a stop to all pocket dimension activity. So, I mean, it's a good reason. It's a good BS reason to give him an excuse to go after Peacemaker. So then he was like, if Peacemaker has the means of a pocket dimension, we got to bust his ass immediately. So now they're trying to figure that out. And the thing is, Diebeard's trying to figure out whether or not he should dime on Chris and tell Rick Flag about the pocket dimension. But he's not sure. He's not 100% sure. So like he's got some thinking to do. Everybody's got some thinking to do. So then Chris goes back into the pocket dimension. He goes to the place where, to the same reality where his brother's alive and then his dad's alive. Chris himself, the Chris from the new dimension, he was supposed to be in Bloodhaven. Our Chris he goes into the pocket dimension, he goes into his father's house, and then while he's in his father's house, he starts looking at pictures on the wall. He sees that version of him and Hardcore are actually in a relationship together, and then all of a sudden the dad and the brother come in the room, and they're just like, hey, like, we thought you were in Bloodhaven. And then the three of them just sat down, had a beer, and just had like family time. And when it was over, his dad actually told him, he was like, I love you, buddy, I'm going to sleep. His brother told him he loved him and that he was going to sleep. And then after that, Chris just started crying in the living room because that was the family that he always wanted. Like, that's what he could never get from his family because he never had his brother and his dad was an asshole. So he's like, he's in a lot of pain here. So, but the way he processed that, he goes upstairs to his doppelganger's bedroom and starts looking around in his doppelganger's bedroom. And then his doppelganger actually showed up and tried to kill him. Because the doppelganger, he was just like, oh, who the hell are you? What are you doing in my room? The two of them got into a fight. Chris tried to run. And then he tried to run into the pocket dimension so he can go back to his Earth. His doppelganger chased him through the pocket dimension. And when his doppelganger chased him in the pocket dimension, they fought in the pocket dimension. And while they were fighting, because I guess like the doppelganger had a rocket attached to his, to his back or his helmet or something during the fight, because the doppelganger was trying to kill him. So during the fight, Chris pushed the button for the rocket pack, and then his doppelganger flew up into the sky. His body got stabbed on a spike, and he accidentally killed his doppelganger. He has now killed his younger brother when they were a child. He killed his father, and now he basically just killed himself. He killed his doppelganger. But if you've been watching superhero content, if you've been watching action content long enough, you basically know what's about to happen. Now that his doppelganger is dead, Chris is basically going to try to take his place and try to be the peacemaker of that world, because in that world, he has a girlfriend, he has his father, and he has his brother. But the episode ended with him killing his doppelganger and not knowing what to do. And thank you for tuning in. So this was it was a good first episode. It was a very good first episode. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on the rules about what we're doing with with the James Gunn universe versus the Snyderverse, like the season 1, season 2 transition. It's like everything is basically the same. We're just pretending that it was the Justice Gang instead of the Justice League. Like I said, but everything else checks out. I look forward to seeing episode 2, and I look forward to checking it out with all of you. So check out my other reviews, because I'm also going to do a quick review for NXT Heatwave. Actually, I saw the Thunderbolts. When I was on my plane ride coming to Madagascar, I saw the Thunderbolts on the plane. So I figured, what the hell, I'll do a quick review on the Thunderbolts. And like I said, season 2 for Peacemaker. Maybe I'll shoot it here. Maybe I'll shoot it when I get back. But we're going to post that Peacemaker for you guys, and we're going to keep it rolling. So thanks for tuning in, guys. So until next time, as I enjoy the rest of my vacation, take care. And for peace, we're out this.